Whoops.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Good morning. It's Corey at Peachtree Farm and Greenhouse, and it's
Micah.
We are doing the really fun project this morning. We're getting barrels ready to take to Smuckers. We are doing, I think it's 10 pots this morning. As I told you all in previous videos, I love doing pots, and we have been asked to do a seasonal pot for them in their landscaping because they can't plant anything. So we're pretty excited about this. I guess I'm more excited than Micah, but I've kind of recruited him this morning to help me. Are you excited, Micah?
Super excited.
So right now he is drilling holes in the bottom of our barrels so that they can drain when they get watered.
So you see this nail right here and this nail right here, this barrel's actually sitting upside down. When these barrels dry out, they shrink and the rings will slide down or fall off. So we put these nails in them to hold them up. This one got missed, so we're gonna put a couple of screws in it to make sure those rings don't fall anywhere. We are off to the JM Smucker Company here in Scottsville. We've got a trailer load behind us of, well, you can't see them, our truck's too high, but we've got a trailer load of half whiskey barrels and planters behind my seat, and a truck bed load of flowers. So we'll see you whenever we get to Smuckers.
So here we are. We are unloading right now. Micah is putting the pots together while I get my arrangements laid out the way I want them. So here we go. Okay, so right now I'm just organizing, trying to figure out what I had in my mind, first off, to put all this together to make it look great. They wanted colors like grape jelly, strawberry jelly, stuff like that.
So we've got purple,
Pinks.
pinks,
I'm putting lantana and this big nice coleus in here. You got to make sure that you have your thrillers, fillers, and spillers for sure. These are going to be huge in this. These blue planters didn't give me as much room as I had hoped for, so we're probably going to scale back a little bit with it. I like everything to look really nice and full, but we may have to reevaluate a little bit here. But what I'm doing is I'm putting a vine. I've got the lantana, the coleus, I've got some calibrachoas, which is going to spread and spill out the front here. And then I've got an ivy vine here that I'm gonna put over here on the side to kind of spill out over here. So that's gonna look really pretty. Stuff like this takes time, so you have to be very patient when you put all this in. It's gonna spread out, it's gonna fill, it's gonna do what it needs to do. Just gotta give it time to do it.
Just wondering why people throw their trash down out here. Figured out who it is now.
You gotta work?
She keeps me busy just picking up behind her.
Okay, you need something to do.
We spilled something. Micah, you put too much dirt in this one. Micah, you didn't put enough dirt in this one. Does anybody know how to make a woman happy?
Oh, good grief. Here we go.
She said, Micah, come help me. It'll only take an hour. What do you do with all my dirt I put in this?
That's what I had to work with, son. I'm taking it out.
She said it's what she has to work with. She's killing me. Well, Corey figured out she messed up. We gotta switch these things.
You have to have yellow, pink, yellow, pink. And I had 2 yellows, so I had to fix it. Duh.
So Corey's up there looking at the other entrances of the building. They're thinking about doing the rest of them. But I wanted to give you a quick rundown about this place. This is a great big facility. You can only see one little corner of it here. But right here in little old Scottsville, Kentucky is where they make Smuckers Uncrustables. It smells delicious out here. I just got a question.
Sure.
Are those silos full of jelly?
No.
So I asked if those are full of peanut butter and jelly, and they're not. Kind of broke my heart. They're actually full of flour and yeast and gluten. I'm telling y'all, if you haven't had a Smuckers Uncrustable sandwich, you're missing out. This is one of only 2 facilities in the United States. Right here in Scottsville, Kentucky. The other one's in Colorado, and they've got another facility going up somewhere else in the US, but I'm not sure where yet. It smells like bakery out here. Like the best smelling bakery I've ever seen.
It is a bakery. And there's our planters. As the kids say, looking bougie now.
So after a hard morning's work at the Smucker company, what better place to go to than Paradise Point. Only we're not getting hairy hot dogs today.
No, we're getting breakfast.
It's still breakfast time, man. They got the greatest breakfast ever. Quiche and casseroles and different things. And a lot of funky junk. And this grumpy old man that sits out front all the time.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. Send money.
All right. This place really is the coolest. They serve hot dogs at lunch, and they have the greatest breakfast ever, and they have all kinds of cool stuff. And one of the owners is an artist, and you can buy her art here, and it's cool. What'd you get?
I'm dropping it all. The cowboy
Casserole.
And the French toast.
And I got the French toast casserole and the cowboy casserole burrito. You want to go there sometime?
No.
We got done at Smuckers. We've got breakfast out of the way. So now it's time to get back on the bush hog and try to clean up these places around here. Get a little hairy. Ooh, it's hot in here. So we sprayed this farm probably about 3 weeks ago, actually before the guy who had it before us got his cattle off of it. And we've killed, I would say, 90% of the weeds that were out here before. The other 10% are going to be a little more difficult to kill, and that is small cedar trees and some of these multiflora roses. But it's almost July, so now's the time to kill those roses. So hopefully we got a good kill on most of those. Don't know what the long-term goal is with this farm. We may try to grow some pumpkins over here in a couple of years. I don't know. Just a quick rundown of some of the weeds we've got here that we're dealing with. This is blackberry. This is nettle. I believe we got a good kill on it. We were working on that blackberry pretty hard. Over here we've got tall ironweed, and that's pretty much dead. But then, what else we're dealing with here? Some of the small cedar trees that have just been bush hogged year after year after year. So I'm going to try to mow it down just as low as I can get it. And then we will come back later and hit it with a stronger herbicide for those cedar trees. Whenever it's just the stump sticking up, we'll do stump treatment on them, I guess. But if you've got any suggestions on something that works well for you, love to hear about it. This is a multiflora rose. It's already bloomed and done, so I believe we've killed it. That's the thing with multiflora rose and blackberry. So for all of you out there that have multiflora rose or blackberry or something like that in your pastures or some fields to deal with, don't spray it early in the spring. Deal with it until it's at least close to the 4th of July. It's even better to wait till after the 4th of July, after the multiflora rose has bloomed out or after the blackberries have already set fruit, because you'll actually kill it then. Anytime before that, you'll just burn the leaves off of it. You'll think you killed it, but it'll be right back next year. So I believe we've got a good kill on that stuff. So fun little fact about me, I never drove a cab tractor until I went to college. When I went to Western Kentucky University, I got a job at the university farm, and that's where I got to drive my first cab tractor. I grew up on just a small farm, and we had all the equipment we needed. We just didn't have a cab on any of the tractors. So when it's going to be 90 degrees and really high humidity like it is today, I'm really thankful that we have a cab tractor now. And I turned the air conditioning off to talk to you. So now I'm going to turn it back on. I'm a little nervous to pick up this metal out of the field. Blew off that old barn over there in the trees. Snakes like to be under the metal. Let's see what we got. Nothing. Whew. Just about a dozen more sheets to go. A lot of people would look at this farm and say, man, I wouldn't bush hog that. But we just picked it up. We sprayed it. I want it to look good going into summer and give that crabgrass down there a good chance to get ahead of these weeds coming on. It is thick with crabgrass. There's not much fescue left down there, but there's some. Maybe we can nurse it along and bring it on out. But there's quite a bit of grass down there. Well, that's a wrap for today, because you can tell by the way that we're dressed. We're going to the lake.
Yay!
And to the pool with some of my old co-workers from Purina Mills. We look forward to hanging out with them, and we're glad that you came along with us today, and we hope to see you on the next video. Bye-bye.